The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to John. 6 days before Passover, Jesus came to Bethany, where Lazarus was, whom Jesus had raised from the dead. They gave a dinner for him there, and Martha served, while Lazarus was one of those reclining at table with him. Mary took a liter of costly perfumed oil, made from genuine aromatic nard, and anointed the feet of Jesus and dried them with her hair. The house was filled with fragrance of the oil. Then Judas the Iscariot, one of his disciples, and the one who would betray him, said, "Why was this oil not sold for 300 days' wages and given to the poor?" He said this not because he cared about the poor, but because he was a thief and held the money bag and used to steal the contributions. So Jesus said, "Leave her alone. Let her keep this for the day of my burial. You always have the poor with you, but you do not always have me." The large crowd of the Jews found out that he was there and came not only because of him, but also to see Lazarus, whom he had raised from the dead. And the chief priests plotted to kill Lazarus too, because many of the Jews were turning away and believing in Jesus because of him. The Gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. So Jesus said, "Leave her alone. Let her keep this for the day of my burial. You will always have the poor with you, but you do not always have me." Kind of somber words that Jesus proclaims in this festive gathering of Martha and Mary and Lazarus, who had just been raised from the dead, and the festive scene of thanksgiving over this miracle that Jesus performed for his close friends. Jesus saying to Judas, and indeed saying to us, "You won't always have me with you." That moment of feeling you're going to be deprived. And so take advantage of this wonderful gift that you have here in this moment. Rejoice in this gift and be grateful, for you don't know what tomorrow will bring. You know, we certainly live in uncertain times right now, and times that do fill us with that sense of dread, wondering how will we ever get through these days of the pandemic? How will we get through these difficult days? What will happen next? And in those moments of dread, in those moments of uncertitude, we're kind of caught and feeling a little anxious, for sure. But not to get caught up in the anxiousness or the anxiety. But maybe the Lord is directing us right now to be grateful for what is, to be grateful for the present moment, and to be grateful for the people that are in our life and never take them for granted. Maybe that is one of these things that such a pandemic will do. Will bring us to that space of not wanting to take anything for granted, but seeing everything as precious. Everyone is precious, and wanting it to do the best we can to honor the preciousness, to honor the relationships that are important to us in our life. Certainly Mary does this as she anoints the feet of Jesus with this costly aromatic nard. It's an extravagant thing that she does, but she feels that sense of gratitude, certainly not knowing about the future of Jesus's eventual passing away and going to his crucifixion, but gratitude for what she had received in the healing and the restoration of Lazarus, her brother, raised from the dead, and realizing that no one and nothing should ever be taken for granted. Well, maybe as we pass through these days of crisis, we too could be filled with that same sense of gratitude and never wanting to take anyone or anything we have now for granted. And to express that gratitude perhaps in going out of our way to just tell people how much they mean to us, to tell people who are close to us that we're grateful for the gift they are to us, that we're grateful for the gift they've been to us, to lavish praise, to lavish our own sense of wanting to let others know their worth and value. As Mary anoints the feet of Jesus, may we also anoint others with our own praise and gratitude for who they are in our life and what they have given us. For we never know what tomorrow brings, but we have today. And so in this day, let us just express our praise for others, giving thanks to God for the gifts he has given us. So may God bless you this day, keep you all safe. May you know our prayers for you and ask you for your continued prayers for the members of our parish community, praying for that day when we will all be reunited again around the table of the Lord.